Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the Chasing a Ghost mission set in Mumbai. And today we will be taking care of the Tasteless Traceless challenge, which as usual will entail us poisoning one of our 3 targets. And I have chosen to poison today the Maelstrom. So for this one, all we need to bring with us will be our silenced pistol. I've brought with me my lockpick as well, although I don't think we actually require the lockpick. So when we get this challenge, we will also dress as the Kashmirian, so we will unlock the Become the Kashmirian discovery or feat, and we will also get the red flag and the hoist the flag discovery or feats for raising the flag on the hill firstly, and secondly for raising it at a distance, which basically means shoot the button, which will get us both of them at once. So right from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do, we are going to go and acquire ourselves some poison, and there just happens to be some poison in the Kashmirians' quarters in the slums. If you've done the Kashmirian challenge, then you'll know where his apartment is, and there's some luggage in the middle of the room where there is a poison vial, and this is where we are heading to right now. And we will be using the Kashmirian in a lot of these challenges, just because he's a handy guy to have around to take out at least one of our targets here and there. So once we've made our way into his apartment, we are going to retrieve the lethal poison, and as aforementioned, we are going to make our way over to where the Kashmirian is, which is just around the end here, and up one more flight of stairs. And once we get up here, we are going to have a look through his sniping rifle, readjust his scope for him, and that's his first kill ready. So all we've got to do now is make our way out of the slums building and across the plaza, or the open space, the main road, the junction, and across into Rangan Tower. So straight down the stairs, out the front door, and along towards the huge tower that is just off to the right slightly. And just by the minibuses here, we find a gap in the fence that we can vault over, and we're going to make our way up the step garden that's out the front of the building here, crouching down as we go. And if you have the skill for it, select your silence pistol as well. We're going to shoot the camera just above the entrance. That's going to distract the young lady underneath it, and she's going to go up to the first floor to investigate, and we are just going to follow her into the building. And as she makes her way to the stairs, we're going to make our way to the lift shaft, and we're going to climb up the lift shaft to the first floor, and we're just going to wait on the inside of the lift shaft for the young lady who we've distracted to leave. And we're also going to wait for the bodyguard, or the guard, who you can just see making his way downstairs to leave as well, but he's not a problem today. So once the young lady has got out of eye shot, we can make our way out of the lift shaft, down past the security room on our left here, through the door on our left, through the door in the other end of the room, and just on the other side of that door we find ourselves a tube of paint. So we're going to make our way back through all these little doors and back to the lift shaft. And be aware of the guard in the security room, he may almost spot you. So once we're in the lift shaft, we're going to ascend once again to the second floor. As you can see, the bodyguards were quite close to seeing me, but not close enough. So once we're up on the second floor, we're going to exit the lift shaft and around to our left, where we can vault onto the ledge outside, scoot along, and we find ourselves a window with a artist inside.
I mean, how long can it take to smudge out a few blues and reds?
I'm creating art here. 70% of the work is finding the right colors.
Yeah,
Color
fascist.
mixing is an entire art form on its own. It
Leave us alone.
Yeah, well, get a move on. Mr. Rongan wants you to go and get him as soon as you're done mixing your fancy colors there. You got it?
Fine.
Freedom of oppression. Or whatever it was.
Only I could compromise.
So once that little conversation has finished, the guard's going to make his way back to his chair and we can get in through the window and up to the paint box that's just behind the guard and place our little tube of paint in there and make our way back out of the window. We have to do that relatively quickly before the painter turns around. So with that taken care of, that is everything set up now for the Rangan kill. So the painter will discover the paint, he will go and fetch Dawood Rangan and bring him down to finish his portrait, and the Kashmirian will shoot Rangan in the head, hopefully. So we're just going to make our way back to the lift shaft and slide all the way down to the basement, and if the coast is clear, scoot out of the building. Retrace our steps back down the garden stairs here, or the stepped garden, or the easy way out, and we're going to vault back over the wall. So we're going to make our way over the wall here, and then we're going to run around the back of the slums. You can run through if you want. I just chose to go this way to go behind the enforcer, and we're going to head to the laundry area. There's a laundry area around the back of the slums, between the slums and the train yard. It's just up ahead of us here, or the entrance is. We're not going in through the entrance though, we are going to go down into the sewers via one of these public toilets. So down through the hole into the sewer area, and we're just going to run the full length of this sewer right down to the far end. And just around the corner on our left, we will find a way out. So we're just going to climb up on this box, get out of the sewers, round to our left, and just on our left here, we'll find a set of documents. And these are the old foreman's notes for the laundry. And we are going to go and deliver them into the foreman's office for the new foreman to find. And while all this is happening, the artist in Rangan Tower has gone and fetched Mr. Rangan, and Mr. Rangan will now be starting to pose for his picture, and the Kashmirian will be taking aim through his sniping rifle, and all we have to do now is wait for the shot to take place.
That shot came from the chawls. It looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next?
So
Hold
that's
up, 47.
Rangan taken care of.
The Kashmirian is on the move. He's heading for another flat inside the chawls. This might be worth investigating. If nothing else, we may get a lead on who his client is.
And as you saw there, literally as the shot was taken on Rangan, I had an opportunity to plant the foreman's notes on the desk in the foreman's office, and then make good my escape back to the slums area. And there is the Kardashian, I keep trying to call him, the Kashmirian, and he's going to go and get in position in his apartment to get ready to take out Vanesh Shah. Once the foreman, as you just saw there, finds his documents and goes to the preordained meeting. So what we're going to do now basically is we're going to allow the next assassination to take place, but then we're not going to let the Kashmirian complete his mission, going and meeting with the Maelstrom. So I'm just going to wander off. We've got a bit of time here. I'm going to wander around. I'm going to try and find myself a melee item, because I don't want to sneak up on the Kashmirian and try and knock him out and suffer from the punch glitch. So we're just going to dive into this house here. I know there's a can in here. There's an iron as well, I do believe, but the can will do. It's a one-use item, but we only need to use it the once anyway. So with the can now acquired, we're going to make our way back to the Kashmirian's apartment, and we're just going to wait here for the foreman to arrive at the meeting location and for him to be escorted up onto the raised walkway area by a guard where he will meet Vanish Shah. And once they are both in position, the Kashmirian will then eliminate Shah for us. And while he's getting his shot all lined up, we are going to climb back in through the window. Now the Kashmirian is in position behind his scope. We're going to target him with our soda can, and the second he takes his shot, we're going to take ours.
That is Vanya Shah taken care of, 47. Are you planning on outsourcing all your work to the Kashmirian from now on?
What if I am, Diana? What's it to you? So with the Kashmirian now unconscious and Vanish Shah now eliminated, we're going to put on the Kashmirian's snazzy suit because I quite like the look of that. That will get us the Kashmirian discovery of feat by dressing as him. And we're going to leave the slums, and I'm going to take what is probably going to be considered the long route around the map, essentially, pretty much around most of the map. We don't want to cut through the slums area because there are a number of enforcers around. We're going to go around the back of the Crow's Nest boathouse, and we're heading for the junkyard just by the side of the train yard. And we're going to take out the maelstrom here. So once we get to the junkyard, we're going to stand right by this tractor. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol and we're going to shoot the extending ladder on the wall. You have to shoot one of the uprights and not one of the rungs to get the ladder to fall. And once we've got the ladder down, we're going to ascend up to the top and crouch down. We are in a trespassing area, and we will find a table with 2 glasses. We're going to poison the glass with the lethal poison that is nearest to us, and then we are going to climb up the side of the building just by the bench here and up onto the roof, where we will find 2 guards and a flagpole. So once we're up here, we're going to once again pull out our silenced pistol. We're going to line up our shot with the button for the flagpole very carefully, take our shot and get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. So we're going to drop back down off the roof, put our gun away on the ledge, drop down to the floor and make our way back to the extending ladder as quickly as we can and make our way back down to terra firma. So that is everything now in place. We have Dawood Rangan dead, we have Vanya Shah dead. We have yet to identify the maelstrom, but we know that we've just poisoned his glass and he is on his way up to meet his wife. And when he does, he will drink the glass and drop down dead.
Very well done, 47. Mission completed.
So that will get
Time
us
to find an
the
exit.
Tasteless Traceless challenge. It will also get us the hoist the flag and the black flag challenge when we shoot the button on the flagpole. So like Diana suggests, all that's left to do is make good our escape, and it just so happens to be a boat waiting at the dock. So we will take that boat as collateral, extra bonus payment for a silent assassin run. So there you go, that is the Tasteless Traceless challenge. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.